Hello everybody, this is Zaxter99 back with another First Impressions review. But this time we have a good looking game, at least it looks good in the trailer. This is a Dragon's Hoard, an MMO, an online massively multiplayer game where you can go solo or join others in a mission to, do quests and ride your dragon and guide it back home. Everything for only $10 on sale. So the low price for a big MMO that looks this good, guys, I've said this a million times before, if it looks too good to be true, it probably is. So we're going to take that into consideration. We're going to look at the developer and publisher, Craig. And of course, this is his first title on Steam. He makes a full-fledged MMORPG. So got online co-op. It doesn't say single player. It's an MMO. So yeah, choose your own adventure, grow big or go home. You can ride dragons. This really looks familiar to some other game that I played recently where you can ride dragons and stuff like that. I think it was a single player game though, but the assets look almost identical to the game I played just a couple weeks ago. Let me see if I can find that one. Hang on. What was that?
I can't think of the name of it.
That was Chronicles of Galderville. Yeah. Where I took a second look at it. That one was made in the Unreal Engine. This one's also probably made in the Unreal Engine using the Unreal Dungeons, or not dungeons, the Unreal assets and the dragons and stuff like that. Multiplayer. I mean, this one does have multiplayer. But we're going to go ahead and take a close look at this game, guys, and be honest, right now it has, of course, raving positive reviews. All 6 reviews of the game are positive. This one has 990 reviews. A lot of these only have 2 or 1 reviews. So probably developers' friends. A lot of them are key redemptions. We're going to find out, guys, if Dragon's Hoard is worth your $12.99 regular price or $10 on sale. And we'll do that right after this. Alright, guys, it is indeed a Unreal game. So we're going to go ahead and we have no settings. So you buying an MMO, we have no settings at all. That's not good. We're going to go ahead and start a game. I don't know what the server name would be. I guess you can start your own server name. So I guess I could make this Zax. Make the path towards Zax. Max players 999. Yeah, I can only imagine what this the game would run like with 900 players. So welcome to Dragon's Hoard. If you have any questions, please ask in Discord. And yeah, we got a nice asset here to start off with. The Zaxter 99 TV's equipment. Great. Interact F. Alright, so we got a small bag, backpack. Oh, there we go. That gives us some. So I played this for like 5 minutes, guys, and this is the stuff I accumulated while playing for 5 minutes. That's what this is. Have some gold. So I played on an empty server. I didn't create my own server, so it looks like it's giving me my armor back. Alright. Damage 1? You have damage 1 on... You have damage? Hit points 10? Damage 1, so I guess that increases your damage by 1. So it doesn't look like we can move the interface around at all. Alright. Quest reward is spawned in front of the NPC, so we can hit F to talk to her. Destroy a target. Not destroy a target, but destroy a target. Why? No capitalization in her sentence, because I'll give you enough gold for your first skill if you do. So the language here, the English here, looks like it was written by either a 9-year-old kid or somebody overseas. So, no gold for you then, she says. So if you don't do what she says, okay. First quest, destroy a target. Great. Double click an apple in your inventory to eat it. Okay. I don't have any apples in my inventory. I guess we get this little pet here. So G for dragon attack, you must be close to your target. for your dragon to attack. So if we hit G, the dragon starts attacking. There we go. And we get another common sword and another backpack, which we don't need. And if I hit, let's attack this for myself. There we go, and again, another common sword and another backpack. So we come out here, guys. We've seen these, or I've seen these assets before anyway, in other RPG type games. They laid out a little bit different, but yeah, I've seen all this stuff before. Chat with Steve. Can you visit the graveyard for me, then come back and tell me about it? Why? Because the place gives me the creeps and someone should visit. Love how he capitalizes visit. And he spells because wrong. E-Oz. E-Oz. Sure. Wait, do what? Can you visit the graveyard for me, then come back and tell me about it? Okay. So, I mean, at least the gold question mark is turning into a white question mark. I feel like this is some big RPG asset kit or multiplayer asset kit. I haven't looked at the Unreal store. Sell an item, drag it from your bag to their inventory, right? So we can buy an apple for 3. And if we want to sell something, so I guess we should have taken that link so we could sell it to Alyssa here. Or so there is no run button. We have a big ass rock just floating in the sky that looks weird as shit. Just saying. Talk to Kohler. Hi, kill wolves. So you can see this is just like super generic. Horrible fucking grammar. Capital K and kill wolves, no period. No thanks. I'm surprised he didn't say fuck you or something. Spelled wrong. Huh. No, he'd probably spell fuck right.
Yeah, right. That's usually.
We have a monster here. Whoa. So we're flipping through the guys. We can walk right through them. It's just, again, guys, it's just so horribly fucking developed, cobbled together bunch of assets from the Unreal Marketplace by a developer who doesn't really know how to code or know the basics of making a game, yet his first game is an MMO. Like, I've said this before many times, you don't try to make your first game be an MMORPG. So it's just frustrating to me. Like, so many of these kids or whatever, people getting into game development are trying to create games that are beyond their skill, beyond their capabilities, and they're relying on pretty looking assets on the marketplace to do all the work for them. And yeah, I mean, and what we have here is, I mean, I guess it's running okay, but that's because of the assets and the power of the Unreal Engine here. But we have a pretty empty, pretty basic RPG that I guess you can play online with your friends, but why would anybody want to spend $13 on this? Just because it has pretty graphics. I mean, it makes a nice video. The video trailer looks nice. It makes the game look amazing. But like I said, I knew better when I saw an MMO that with graphics like this that cost $10. I said, okay, so this guy's obviously really strong because get him, dragon. He's fucking me up. So that's my health. The 4 is my health, obviously.
Good God.
So this is some kind of a elemental or something. Yeah. Did you kill my dragon? No, my dragon's still attacking back there. Okay, so now he's after my dragon. Oh no, he's after me again. My dragon's like, fuck you, buddy. He's back to 100 health. Of course he is.
Your dragon's gonna trip you and run.
Yeah, right? So, I mean, he has the assets. I mean, if he could turn these assets into a well-made MMO, I mean, that would be really cool. But he would definitely deserve more than $12.99 if he was able to do that. I wonder if he's hosting this on his own computer or where he's hosting servers at.
Ooh, that's a good question, yeah.
Might be paying a monthly rental on some server rental place, I'm not sure. Because I'm not getting any lag or anything like that, so I gotta give him credit for that. But I just feel like this developer has tried to bite off way more than he can actually chew. especially looking at his grammar and seeing how generic this game is and seeing how it is very asset-oriented. Which there's nothing wrong with using assets to make your game. I don't expect any developer to make a 3D MMO and design all their own assets. But what I would hope is the developer would at least know how to make tic-tac-toe with raw code himself and know the fundamentals of making a game before he tries to make an MMO and just cobbles together a whole bunch of assets. Granted, this is better than I thought it would be, but it just looks really bare bones. And go to the graveyard, get a quest, kill a mob, kill a target, and then the loot drops are just the same generic stuff. Generic armor, ordinary sword. Can we kill a wolf? We should be able to kill a wolf, right? Get him, dragon! Get your GP to have your dragon attack. There we go. So, the loot drop, we always get gold, it looks like. Light mint. And then you have to get, it's one of these games where you have to be pixel perfect. It reminds me of that other RPG game, The Chronicles of Galderville, or whatever, where you have to have your pixel get right on it. So we picked up light mitts, and price is 100, but it doesn't tell us what armor level they are, it doesn't give any stats, you can't compare them to what, if you're wearing something else, you can't do a comparison of them. It's just super bare bones, I can't really recommend this because it has pretty assets. I feel like the entire map is an asset, except that he's fucked around with shit and putting rocks up in the air, things like that. But I don't think this guy really has the capability or the skill level to make a good working MMO himself. Just another super heavily reliant asset game that the kids still cobble together and put in some really generic bad English grammar and stuff like that. That's the impressions I'm getting right now. I'm sure the map isn't that big at all. I'm sure we could explore the entire map in like 30 minutes. So I have a cow now. Can't attack anybody. More quest givers, but this is what I'm talking about, guys. Let's check this quest giver out. That with Lady Vermilion. Kill Big Chungus. Nothing about where Big Chungus is or anything like that, and your only answers are okay and no. And then if you say okay, it doesn't tell you where Big Chungus is at or anything like that. It tells you a distance where they are. You can find them, I guess, with the... I don't know how you scroll, how you have to... Yeah, you can see the distance, I guess you try to figure out which way, but I don't think the distance to go in the direction until you find Big Chungus. But yeah, it's just way too bare bones, guys, for me to recommend this. It looks pretty, but it's about as bare bones as you can possibly get. I have no idea how the online will work, but I can't really recommend this even at $10. It's a small price to pay for an MMO, but it's just way too bare bones, way too basic, and it looks like too many other recent RPGs that I've played recently as well. I don't like the grammar is another thing, so yeah. There is that, guys. But yeah, another game just relying on everything. Just another game, guys, that's way too heavily reliant on assets to make up the entirety of the game, rather than a developer who actually has, created something based on his vision and, tried to create a good, compelling game and, knows that he has the skills, learned how to actually adequately make a game like this. That is not what we have here. We have somebody that said, hey, I'm going to make an MMO with my first game on Steam, and cobble together a whole bunch of assets into probably a really small map full of super generic quests. And yeah, I feel like it's just way too bare bones for me to give a positive review to it. It does work, it does function. I like what he's trying to do, so I'm definitely not going to make this a miss. But I don't think this is really an effort as obvious either. I'm sure he put a lot of time into putting all these assets together, and even as generic as the quests are, I'm sure he spent a lot of time doing what he's done. But the end result is, in my opinion, not satisfactory. And I don't know that he'll ever invest the time. He probably expected to make $1 million by making an MMO that looks this good, and that's just not going to happen. The indie market is way too competitive, and there's too many RPGs and good MMOs already out there. for him for making bucks at this. So sorry to the developer, you're not going to make $1 million on something like this, especially when most people on Steam have already seen all the same assets and buildings 100 times. The quests and stuff like that, if they were compelling and interesting, then maybe they would keep people around for a little bit. Like if you had interesting quests that have a storyline to them and proper grammar, then maybe I would want to play your game a little bit more. But yeah, your super basic quests of go kill Chungus out in the field or go into a cellar and kill a rat or whatever this is, it's just not anything that I care to play or spend my money on. So there is that, guys. This is just if I give this game a score right now based on everything I've seen. The graphics are nice, the world is pretty, and the price tag is definitely where you want it to be, especially if you're looking for an MMO. The problem is there's just not going to be enough content where it can keep you playing for very long. Like I feel like within a couple of hours, at the most, you probably have completed every generic quest in this game and be completely out of anything to do. And all the quests that you'd be doing would be boring as hell with no really interesting stories or, you know, lore or anything like that. And I feel like there's probably not a whole lot of different items as well. So you're going to get basic swords, maybe you'll get a couple of different advanced swords or whatever. But it's just super limited. It's just super basic, guys. And definitely not worth your money in my opinion. So there is that, guys. I give this game a 3 out of 10. I have to score it. I think it's a lot better for your 1200. So thanks so much for watching, everybody. This has been Zach. We'll have a good one. See you in the next video. Take care.